Hello and welcome back everybody to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. Last time we finally made our way through Waterfall Cave successfully, and now, let me see if I've got this all straight. Behind the waterfall there is a cave, says Chatot. In the deepest part of the cave there is a gigantic gem. When you pushed on the gem, it triggered a trap of some kind. And surprisingly, you two were flushed off to the distant hot spring? Is that the gist of your report? Yep, says Gar. What's really disappointing is that we couldn't bring the gem back. No, no, no. Emphatically no, says Chatot. This is a major discovery, he says. Really? asks Gar. Undoubtedly, said Chatot. After all, the presence of the cave behind the waterfall, no one knew about that before now. Oh, I see. We made a discovery. When I had those dizzy spells, the shadow of a Pokemon that I saw... Oh no, man. Oh no, kinda looks like Wigglytuff to me. That shape. I've seen that shape before. That shape. There's no mistaking it. That was Wigglytuff. Your waterfall discovery is just amazing, says Chatot. The Guildmaster must be told. Huh? What's up, FB King? asks Gar. Huh? You're saying that Wigglytuff had already been to the waterfall before? No, 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 emphatically no, says Chatot. That's inconceivable. If that were so, the Guildmaster wouldn't have ordered you to investigate the place, right? asked Chatot. However, since you insist, I will confirm it with the Guildmaster, says Chatot. But why would they want to spoil their own discovery? How strange. I should be used to it by now, says Chatot. These apprentices are yet another strange crew, aren't they? He asked himself. What was that, Chatot? What? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all, says Chatot. Anyways, I'll go confirm what you just told me with the Guildmaster, he says. Please wait here. So, how'd it go, asked Gar. When I asked the Guildmaster, he mulled it over for a bit. Then he said, Oh, memories, sweet memories, says Chatot. Yomta. Then he danced around a bit. And then he said, Yes, when I think hard, maybe I did go there once, says Chatot. And that's just what the Guildmaster said. To sum it up, it's just as FB King suspected, says Chatot. He had indeed already been to Waterfall Cave. Oh, is that so, asked Gar. That's so disappointing. We really thought we had discovered a new place, he says. I wish Wigglytuff had told us right from the start. The Guildmaster can be rather, erratic at times, says Chatot. Even I can't quite fathom what goes on in his head. Well, that's too bad for you. Nevertheless, I should expect the best effort tomorrow. Ugh. Still 3 plates missing. I know we're not very far, so it's probably going to be like that for a while, but it just catches my eye every time we go through that. Today was exhausting, I say. I should get to sleep early. We went through a lot today, didn't we, Askar? But you know what? It was incredibly fun for me, he says. Sure, there was that huge letdown. But it was our first exploration. I thought I was going to explode from excitement and the anticipation the whole time, he says. It made me feel glad I became an exploration team member. One day, I'm sure I'll solve the secret of my relic fragment. That's my dream, says Gar. If it ever comes true, I'd faint from happiness. He laughs. But seriously, thanks, says Gar. I can explore because of you, FB King, he says. Yep. I need to summon my courage. I'm the biggest chicken around, and even I managed to work up the courage. And it was all because you were there with me, FB King, says Gar. Seriously, FB King, thanks, he says. Oh yeah, you know, I was thinking. I noticed something about your dizzy spells, FB King. You always seem to be touching something when they happen. Come to think of it, Gar's right. When I heard Azurill scream... We're sorry to have bothered you. Thank you so much. And that other time. Whoops. Excuse me. And when we were exploring the waterfall cave. Can you give it a try, FB King Asgar? It's true, I say. It's always after touching something, that's when I get those dizzy spells. When I touch something, I see something connected to it, right? There's another thing, says Gar. The time we rescued Azurill, you saw something in the future, he says. But this time, you saw Wigglytuff going into the cave, right? So that means, says Gar, this time you saw something that happened in the past. That's true, I say. In other words, FB King, if you touch something, you'd see its past or future. You must have that kind of special ability. What do you mean, that kind of special ability? This could be something totally awesome, says Gar. You could use it in lots of ways. Not just for exploring either. The ability could be useful for many things. This is awesome, FB King. Well, yes, I guess that's true. But that doesn't mean I always get a vision every time I touch something. It would be useful if I could have visions when I wanted to, but... Hey, you two, says Chatot. The Guildmaster wants to see you right away. Guildmaster, I brought you Team Dim Boys. Guildmaster? Guildmaster. Hiya! Your team went through a lot today, yes, a lot. Don't worry, I'm keeping a watch on your activities, says Wigglytuff. I should tell you why I called you here. We're planning to mount a full expedition soon. An expedition? Asked Gar. Yes, the guild will go explore someplace far away, says Chatot. It's much harder than exploring our nearby area. That's why we need to prepare for the big trip properly. We carefully choose which guild members go on the expedition. Really, asked Gar? Usually, we would never consider rookies to be expedition members, says Wigglytuff. But you two are working so very hard. That's why we're making a special exception this time. We've decided to include you in the list of candidates for the expedition. Really? Asked Gar. Now, says Chatot. You haven't been chosen as expedition members yet. There is still time before we set out on the expedition. If you fail to do good work before then, you cannot expect to be selected for the expedition. I'm sure you two can do it, says Wigglytuff. Try hard. Yup, says Gar. An expedition. Isn't this amazing, FB King? My heart is pounding all of a sudden, he says. Let's do our best to make sure we get picked for the expedition. We gotta be tryhards, boys. Chapter 6, Team Skull. The next morning. Classic up and at 'em. I would like to save. And that's where we're going to be calling it for this episode, boys. I know we didn't really do anything but get through some plot, but you know, that was some good plot, to be fair. We're all set up for next time to start getting ourselves ready for these missions that we got to prepare for, blah, blah, blah. But as always, boys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time.